You see, when you're wrong, just admit that you're wrong. Because sometimes some things just shouldn't really be defended, especially when you get them so badly freaking wrong. The heck? So we're gonna try and break this down, man. We're gonna try and break this down, man. This beef between Carragher and Lineker. So just a little bit of background. So Carragher and Neville were having a Messi versus Cristiano debate of who is the greater player on Sky. So obviously, they're having it back and forth. So you have to obviously use stats and so forth. So obviously they were trying to basically compare beyond just having a debate. You also wanted just to compare their stats in terms of what they've achieved both club-wise and international. So when you're now comparing stats, it's very important that you get the stats right. It's very important that the stats that you're using and so forth, you get them right. And guys, this isn't the 1700s. We had to slay a dragon to get stats. The numbers are there. The information is there. The information is really easy to get. It's not that hard to get. So, this is what Lineker posted. He said, to be fair, it's such a long time since Messi led Argentina to victory in Copa America. They're entitled to forget it. Because basically they show Ronaldo and Messi. Now, can you see what's wrong here? So international caps, the international goals, international trophies, 2, 0. Did Messi just win a Copa America in the Matrix or in Zion? So they had this debate very recently after Argentina just won the Copa America, after there was a massive, huge kind of celebration in the football fraternity that Messi finally won it. It was a pretty big deal. How do you not... how do you forget that? So they have it here where international trophies, 0. And another one that is here is Champions League 3, Champions League 5. Now, it's one of those things of where I don't count the 2006 one. I don't count it. So that's because how much did he play? Did he really contribute and so forth? But for a institution like Sky and so forth, you can't be like, well, does it count? Doesn't it count? No. You've got to be mathematical merchants. You've got to be an Einstein merchant. It's like, no, technically it counts. I don't count Pele's 1962 World Cup, but you're having a debate on a proper institution. No, it's 3 World Cups. So you've got to put that down there in your stat sheet. Then you can say, well, does this count? But you have to put it down on there. Then you can say, oh, that one also doesn't count, but it's got to be there. So that's wrong. It's not 3 UCLs, it's 4. 06, 09, 2011, 2015. So obviously Cristiano with the 5, Messi with the 4. So obviously Lineker puts it out there saying, look, it's supposed to be a long time when Messi led them to victory. When it wasn't a long time, it was very recently. So how can you forget something that happened so recently? And if you can also 4 Champions Leagues, not 3. So Jamie Carragher's first response: we made a mistake on a graphic over Messi's international honors. No, Jamie, no. That's not a mistake. That is an almighty blunder. Not just a simple no. That is a humongous blunder. A mistake is okay. No, because you're having this is such a massive debate. This debate has been raging for years. This is the most consistent sporting debate of the last 6, 7, 8 years. For a debate that is so important, that mistake can't be made. So let me just say that it happens a lot on Match of the Day. Check Messi's record in 06 in a CL. He didn't play 1 minute after the first knockout round, so we counted it as 3. No, you can't do that. I can do that because I'm what just guys here. Because what is talking? You are a reputable sporting institutional organization. You can't just choose what you can't count. Because Messi will be like, but I've got a winner's medal. I'm sure Messi will show you his winner's medal. So if he shows you his '06 winner's medal, you'll be like, oh no, it doesn't really count because no, I won it. So I have it. I was still part of the team. Because I even remember that point when I think Messi got injured and then he goes off and he basically rests his head on Rijkaard's shoulder and everything because he knew he was out. But he still contributed. He still made a contribution. Whether it was a small contribution or so forth, it was still a contribution because he still contributed in the groups. So he still helped in the efforts that led to the UCL. So you have to count it. You see, it's got to be there. Then what you do is you put it down on the stat sheet. Then you argue as to whether you should count it. You can't just not put it there. The heck? We don't have auto cue on Monday nights for football, so I'm sure you'd also make a mistake now and again. You see, for Carragher, what do you do? You see, now you're making something personal that shouldn't be because Jimmy, obviously Lineker was being tongue in cheek, but what Lineker said was true. He made a joke out of it, but what he said is true is that how do you forget something that happened months ago? Okay, if it happened like many years ago, fine. You shouldn't even make a mistake if it happened years ago. This literally happened months ago when he won the Copa America. He said, okay, yes, we do. And when they happen, they're quite rightly pointed out. Boom. So Lineker says, okay, if we make a mistake, we will point out the mistakes. And then he goes in and says that not by anyone on Monday Night Football, as we realize it's not easy. Guys, are you reading this bullcrap? How hard is it before you're having a major debate to be like www.wikipedia.com, Lionel Messi, click. And what Wikipedia does, you go to, guys, you know what? If you think I'm lying here, this is what you need to do here. Let me wait. So it says that it's not easy. I'll show you, Carragher, I'll show you how difficult this is. I'll show you how difficult this is. This is what Carragher says is difficult. Lionel Messi Wikipedia. Click on Wikipedia. Where are we? Honors. International trophies. Let's see. Honors International. Oh, Copa America 2021. Runner-up 3. 07, 05, 2016. Copa America 2021. Now, guys, that took me about 15 seconds. That took me about 15 seconds to do. So what the hell is Carragher saying in saying that it's not easy? Yeah. What the hell is he saying that, I know you spend the majority of your time on Twitter, but just look after Match of the Day and we'll do the same on Monday Night Football. If you ever want to come on with no autocue, you're welcome. See, Carragher, no, you're being a moron here. You're being a moron here because you're making yourself and your stats guy look even worse. You're making your guys look worse because it's like, I just showed you that it took about 15 seconds to look up his international trophies. 15 seconds. It all it took was a quick Google search for you to do. So that is bullcrap. So you seem to be picking fights with everybody these days. I hope you're all right, JB. No, Lineker is completely right because he's like, because Carragher, you make yourself look stupid because my thing is the information is out there. What was the stats guy thinking? Because do you know, this is my fear. My fear is the stats guy they probably didn't even do research. They just went off their brain. And this goes to the points of, and this is especially this guy, this goes points of my issue with a lot of reporting in England. It's very insular and it's a bit xenophobic, where there isn't a world that exists outside of England. I can bet you most of those guys in Sky didn't. I'll be the point. Let me bring it around. Sky They always push Premier League, Premier League, Premier League. And they're the big because they're the big guys who on the Premier League. How many of the guys from Sky watched Copa America? How many? What channel covered the Copa America this summer? BBC. So you know damn well that if this debate happened on BBC, the BBC staff guy would be like, yeah, because we literally covered the game in which he won his first international trophy. But Sky, they didn't cover that. So maybe guys in Sky were like, if it ain't the Premier League, boom. So maybe the stats guy was like, oh yeah, Cristiano's won those. Well, Messi's never won those. It's fine. So they just went off their brain or just what they remember without any knowledge of what actually happens outside of this island called Britain, man. So for me, Sky, take the L. Take the freaking L, man. That's an L. That is a huge freaking L. And Carragher coming out and trying to defend such an L makes you, the stats guy, and Monday Night Football look stupid. Because for me, I don't think Neville said anything, and I don't think anyone from Sky would have said anything because Sky would have known that this is a major debate. And for us to make such a horrible mistake out there makes us look stupid. Because if I was the Sky president or so forth, that's that guy, bro, I'm going to suspend you. I may give you one last chance, but like, bro, like, that is almost a sackable offense because, bro, you had one job. You had one job. Go to freaking it took me 15 seconds to go to Wikipedia, scroll down to honors, look at what is won by club, look at what is won by international. Don't just go by, well, he didn't really win that one. Maybe the guy was like, well, because Di Maria scored in the final, it doesn't really count. No. Very, very bad, man. So, guys, this just shows that, all these big channels like Sky, things and so forth, are they really better than your boy and us fellow regular people on YouTube? I don't freaking think so, man. Nah. Like, subscribe, what's up? Look up Wikipedia. It ain't that hard.